Los Angeles. I'm Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Good morning.
Yeah. Congratulations to the Lakers. They won the NBA championship last night. Parade is this afternoon. They beat Long Beach State last night at State. Was it Long Beach State or no? Maybe it was USC.
Isn't that what you tell me?
I don't remember.
When I tell you Dak only threw for this many yards against this team, or is that an NFL team? Do the Memphis play in the NBA?
I'm not sure. I think they're in the G League this year. I'm not sure.
Well, that unibrow.
Way to go. He won the MVP last night.
It's happening.
Way to go.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, he got skunked in the fourth quarter again because he didn't have to play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Way to
they
go.
should let him get like 50 and 30.
Okay. Well, here we go. Way to go.
We have an absolutely packed show today. How impressive was Anthony Davis's historic night?
Historic.
Pretty impressive. And do the guys agree that Aaron Rodgers should be the MVP favorite? Not so sure they will agree there. We are going to start with the Cowboys. The NFL trade deadline came and went yesterday, and despite several rumors, no major trades occurred. According to one report, the Cowboys pursued Jets safety Jamal Adams up until the last minute. Dallas was willing to give up a first-round pick for the Pro Bowl safety, but that wasn't enough for the Jets. Adams, who is originally from Texas, denied reports that he requested to be traded to the Cowboys. So, Shannon, should Jerry have offered more than what was reported?
No. I thought Jerry offering a first-round pick is a lot for a safety, Skip. And it's being reported they wanted a Khalil Mack type deal. Khalil Mack? Not for a safety. Skip, it's been reported that Jerry offered something like a first and a fourth. But they wanted a first, 2 seconds, and some compensation in 2021. The only D safeties that I would even consider doing that for in their prime, and I'm talking about in the last decade, is Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu.
Yeah.
Those what we would call difference makers, Skip. You must account, okay, where are they? Because if you don't, they're going to take the ball from you and they're going to put it in the end zone. So for Jerry to says, okay, yeah, I'm willing to give you a first rounder. Yes, I'm willing to give you a fourth rounder. But I know what the Jets were thinking, Skip. They're like, hold on. We think you guys are going to be in the playoffs. So that first rounder is not going to be that high. So we're going to try to maximize as much as we can out of you and squeeze you a little bit because we know that Jamal Adams is better than Jeff Heath and you want to upgrade that position. We get that. But Jerry says, I'm not a fool. No, Skip, no, not that. I get it, Jets. You're trying to look. It looks like you guys are about to go into tank mode because you're trying to shop some of everybody. You tried to shop Le'Veon and you tried to shop Jamal Adams even after he told you he wanted to be there. If you to believe what he said on social media, Skip, but no, that's asking an awful lot for a safety. Normally, the reason why Khalil Mack, Skip, is because what? Khalil Mack got traded, I think, on a Sunday or a Monday. He played that next Monday because you know what, Skip? Go get the quarterback. Don't worry about the coverage. Just line up right or left and go attack the quarterback. But you can't do that with a safety. Okay, just line up in the hole and just flow. No. He needs to understand schemes. And normally you give up that kind of compensation for guys that attack the quarterback, the guys that are pass rushers. Now, if somebody said, okay, we'll give you 2 first-rounders and a second-rounder for Aaron Donald, okay, yeah, people will give that up. But not for a safety, Skip. Not for a guy. And I think Jamal Adams is a top 4 or 5 safety in all of football. He's more of a box safety than in the whole safety. But to give up what the Jets were asking, if that's to be believed, which is if it's true, a first round of 2 seconds and even maybe compensation later. Nah, Skip, that's too much. I think Jerry was right to hold on. Jeff Heath is not a difference maker, but he's solid, Skip. He's going to be where he's supposed to be. He doesn't take the ball away. And I get it. Jerry was trying to upgrade because they don't really take the ball away. Going into the game before they played Philly, they only had 5 takeaways in 6 games. That's really not that good. They had 4 in that game against Philly. But I'm with Jerry on this one. I'm not giving up that kind of compensation.
So, I'm still stuck with Jeff Heath at safety. Just Jeff, as I call him. He's not bad, but he ain't great either.
No.
And remember, all last year, it looked like Earl Thomas. We're going to get Earl Thomas, right?
Yep.
And it sounded like a deal was agreed upon via phone. And then at the last second, Seattle kind of jerked the rug out from underneath Jerry. Remember this? April Fools, we actually want 2 first-round picks or whatever they demanded. It was sort of like this thing, except in reverse, where they agreed on a first and then they, on second thought here, A lot of teams are starting to call us about Earl Thomas, so maybe we should ask for a little bit more. Jerry, wait a second, you already agreed to. No. So that fell apart.
Right.
And again, Earl Thomas was more of a free safety, obviously, than a strong safety, so it's a very different kind of player, but he is a difference maker,
yes, he is.
And I would have taken Earl Thomas. And the one thing he shares with Jamal Adams is they both grew up Cowboy fans in the state of Texas, because obviously Earl Thomas from small-town Texas, but went to the University of Texas. Jamal Adams grew up right there in Dallas, in what they call the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Carrollton, and he's just right under your nose. And Dallas Cowboy, and I'm going to get to this in just a second, I think he badly wanted to be a Cowboy. So I will admit that through the afternoon yesterday, my hopes started rising just the way Jamal Adams' name did on trending Twitter U.S. topics. It started to go right up the ladder. And it got up there. It might have gotten to 1, but I know it was 2 or 3. And yet, I will say this. When the smoke cleared last night and I saw Jamal Adams' reaction to all of the above, and I started sifting through it, I must admit to you, from the bottom of my heart, I am very glad this deal fell through. I have never really trusted Jamal Adams' sort of makeup, his intangibles. He has become a little bit of a social media diva. He's got some Jalen Ramsey in him. I don't think he would have been a great chemistry fit for the Dallas Cowboy defense. And bottom line, how would you pay Jamal Adams when you're having a hard enough time paying Dak and Amari and Byron Jones and Wolf Hunter, and I can just keep going down the list of all those young, valuable Cowboys who've all paid dues for the Dallas Cowboys. And here would come this guy. You don't think he would command top safety dollar? He's got 1 more year left.
Yeah, well, this is his 3rd year, right? So he has 4th year and an option.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Skip.
But I mean, next year you'd have to start thinking about he'd want money.
It would just send a bad message that you bring someone else in the locker room and you would even consider doing something before you took care of Dak and before you took care of Amari.
I totally agree. So, yeah, to your point, just on the surface, is Jamal Adams a lot more gifted? He's not bigger. They're both about the same size. But is he faster than Jeff Heath? He's all of the above. He was the 6th pick in the draft out of LSU, which is DBU, but it's also linebacker U, isn't it?
Yes.
Because, boy, they got a bunch of studs coming out of there.
Deion Jones, and they got White. In Tampa, they got some thumpers.
They got some thumpers, and he is a thumper at strong safety.
And they got the #1 safety player in there now.
Jeff Heath, undrafted free agent from Saginaw Valley State, a native of Detroit, Michigan, not exactly cowboy country. So anyway, no real connection there, right?
Detroit ain't known as a football factory.
I don't know.
Not recently.
I don't know. But he didn't go to Michigan or Michigan State. He went to Saginaw Valley State, and that's all you need to know. And I tried to look it up. I don't think he was even invited to the combine, so I don't know any combine numbers.
Okay.
Jamal Adams, for his size, he can fly.
He can run,
He's a 4.4 guy.
Yeah.
Okay, and we did see him pick 6 Jared Stidham late in the New England game, if we could see that, because this is what you could have had. This is him in his Pro Bowl glory, where he'll just pick it and take it. This is the next Tom Brady here, a little bit of an overthrow. That's what could have been in metallic blue and silver for the Dallas Cowboys. Stud, right? We agree on that. What I can't buy, and by the way, he's ranked by Pro Football Focus the 7th best on just performance this year. He's the 7th best performing safety. Right now, Jeff Heath is the 55th best performing safety. I didn't even know there were 55 safeties in the league, right?
Yeah, but you got 2 per team, so 64. So he 55th, he 55th out of 64.
It just seems so many. Okay, back to Jamal Adams and his makeup. You might remember we had Jamal on the show because he had an issue with me because I took issue with him for at his Pro Bowl last year. Do you remember what he did to the New England Patriots mascot?
He tackled him.
Oh, yes.
Tackled him, and I just said, you're better than that. There you go. Come on. The poor kid in that costume got annihilated and reportedly had to go to the hospital, but turned out okay.
Right.
But I'm like, Jamal, you're better than that. You don't have to go prove your manhood by running over the poor mascot. And he took him out, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought, okay, grow up a little bit. And I do think Jamal still has some immaturity issues. And he's also become a little bit of a victim of social media because he has become the most outspoken player and the most publicized player on a bad New York football team, right? So he gets a lot of tabloid action, back page headlines, albeit for a team that's not very good, right? but he has become sort of the spokesman for the team, and he is big on social media. And after a while, runaway ego. I'm not sure that's a good chemistry fit for how the Dallas Cowboy defense has come together, because they don't have a massive ego guy on that unit. They seem to play pretty well together. I'm not saying they're great, because they've had their issues, but is that a good chemistry fit for that unit?
Well, Skip, here's the thing, though. But normally when the Cowboys trade for a player, what do they want? They want stars. They're trading for Charles Haley. They're trading for Deion Sanders. So normally when they bring a guy,
going back.
But you know, with Jerry's history, when he trades for a defensive player, he normally wants a star, because you're in Dallas and Jerry wants flash. Jeff Heath is blue collar. Jeff Heath got bro games. He got a hard hat. He got a lunch pail.
He does.
And so, and this kid here